Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a very different video than anything I've ever done. Well, I mean, it's not very different, but this is the first time that I've ever done this video, and that is a 24-hour readathon. We will be doing the timer method. I'm using my laptop for this 24-hour timer. Thank you Google, by the way, for having an easy little timer thing for me. I don't know if I want to do the stopwatch or the timer yet, but I have it set on timer right now. Anyways, for those of you that do not know, there are 3 different methods to do a 24-hour readathon. There is reading for 24 hours straight, which I will not be doing because sleep is too important for me to do that. There was the doing like 12 hours one day and then 12 hours another day without a timer, just starting at like a time and then, you know, ending it. Like if you start at noon, then you would end at midnight, that type of thing. And then you do the same thing the next day, or you can do the timer method, which is the method that I want to do. So I will truly be reading for 24 hours. I'm going to pause it every time I stop reading. So yeah, let's talk about the books that I want to read and finish in this video, because there are 2 books that I'm in the middle of right now. Caraval. I have like 145 pages left, and I need to finish that in this vlog. That's going to be one of the first things that I do. Also, the more books that I finish, the more accomplished I'll feel, and the more motivated I will be to read quicker. Also, people are working on my roof right now, so if you hear any loud banging or drilling or whatever, it's them working on the roof, and I really just can't be bothered anymore. So, the show must go on, okay? I've already postponed one thing. I'm not doing this either. Then we have A Whole New World. I've been reading this for like a month. This isn't accurately updated as to where I'm at in this book because I've been reading it on my Kindle. But I need to finish this in this reading vlog too, because I was supposed to read it in February and I didn't finish it. So we're going to finish it. It's just not... There's nothing exciting about it, I guess. Like, it's fantasy, but it's not, like, my kind of fantasy, I feel like. I don't know. I mean, it's a Disney retelling, so it's not going to be too action-packed, you know? They can't really murder anybody because it's Disney. It's also YA. Well, I mean, Shatter Me is YA. That's besides the point. So those are the 2 books that I want to finish in this reading vlog. I'm thinking I finish one, I start a shorter one of the books that I want to read in this video, and then I finish the other one. Just because reading those 2 back-to-back when I'm already not really that much in the mood to finish them is gonna slump me out. Okay, next I want to read The Avengers. This is on my March TBR, and I feel like it would be a good use of my time if I read something on my March TBR, since there are a lot of other books that I want to read this month, and so I'm trying to read them in this 24 hours period. So here is one. It's short. It's the shortest like Marvel comic collection that I have. So I'm hoping this will take me like 2 hours. I mean, there's not words on every page, I don't think. Well, there is, but there's not a lot of words on every page. It's a comic book. You guys understand the concept of a comic book. Then we have The Ranger's Apprentice, The Royal Ranger Escaped from Fallacy. That's how I'm pronouncing it. I don't care if it's wrong. This is a short little like 250 page book. This is the last book in the Royal Ranger series I need to read before the 6th one comes out in paperback, because it's still hardcover right now. So yeah, I need to finish this series finally. And it's a short, quick little book, so I thought this would be a good time to finally read it. And I'm actually kind of in the mood to finish that story. Then we have King Arthur and His Knights by Howard Pyle. Sure. This is the King Arthur, the story of King Arthur. This King Arthur and the Round Table, okay? I'm reading the Legendborn cycle, and before I read Bloodmarked, I want to read this so that I can get the King Arthur lore. If you've read Legendborn, you know that it is like modern day. It's modern fantasy, but it has like King Arthur elements in it. I don't know how to describe it, but like it has like King Arthur lore in it, and I don't understand the lore, so I bought this special edition. It's got like silver sprayed edges, and it's just so pretty. And then this is the back. I've been eyeing this. There's the spine. I've been eyeing this in Barnes & Noble for like a month now, and then I finally got it because I had enough money on my Barnes & Noble app, so I was like, we're gonna get it, and then it was free. Girl math. Um, so yeah, I really want to read this so that I can get to Blood March, because I really want to read Blood March. I don't talk about that series a lot, but I did actually really, really love Legendborn. It's up here. I don't know if you could see. You can't see it, but it's on my favorite shelf, which is right there, which you can never see, because I put my fantasy books up higher than everything else. Anyways, that's literally not the point. Obviously this won't be one of the first books I read, because I need to finish Caraval, but this is the second book in the Caraval trilogy. I think it's called the Caraval trilogy. We're calling it the Caraval trilogy. Legendary. So yeah, I really want to read this. See, I don't understand what's wrong, because, like, I'm really enjoying Caraval, and I'm really enjoying the story. But, like, for some reason, every time I pick up the book, like I don't want to pick up the book, but then I enjoy reading it. But then, like, I'm not in a slump, because I had no problems reading Reckless, so, like, I know it's the book, but, like, I don't know what's wrong, because I'm enjoying the story. It's a whole thing. But hopefully I will read this. Hopefully I will pick this up, because I really want to. And it's a very interesting story, and this is my first Stephanie Garber series, just books in general. I want to read this series before I read Once Upon a Broken Heart, because apparently you read Once Upon a Broken Heart series, you expect Jax to be heavily involved in this, and then he's just not. So I'm reading Caraval first, so I don't get my hopes up, even though I know he's not going to be in this series a lot. But that's besides the point. That's just how I'm doing it. Plus, I'm reading the series in order, if I do it this way. So, that is the, like, 4th, 5th book that I want to read. Then we have Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the second book in the Natural series. I loved the first one, and I feel like this would be not a super quick read, but I mean, I flew through the first one, so I should be able to quickly read this one, and it should be very exciting, and I should really enjoy this, hopefully. Really hoping that I enjoy this. I'm thinking I will, based on reading the back. So, yeah. Also, I am Team Dean, if you've read this series. I originally was Team, Michael, I think? But then Dean came into the picture, and I was like, yeah, no, we're rooting for Dean. So yeah, this is another love triangle. I guess Jennifer Lynn Barnes just really loves the love triangle trope. And I'm learning that I honestly don't mind it. I didn't like it in The Summer I Turned Pretty. I didn't really enjoy that trilogy. But for some reason, I really love the Inheritance games, and I really love this series. So, there is that. And then, if there's like 4 hours left on the timer, well, I'm gonna go like 5 hours left on the timer. 5 hours are left. 5 hours or less left on the timer. Then I want to start ACOWAR. That way I don't start a book that I probably won't finish, and then it'll drag on me reading this book. And I really want to, and she is ginormous. So we need to read this, because I also told myself that I'm not allowed to read The Brothers Hawthorne or Throne of Glass before I read ACOWAR, and I was really hoping to read Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight, and maybe Heir of Fire this month. I have very high ambitions for the books that I'm going to read this month, but I am really hoping that I will, you know, like if I have like 5 hours left and I've finished a book that, like I just finished a book, that I can get to ACOWAR and get like a good chunk, maybe, of this book done. I'm not entirely sure. The words look bigger in this book than they do in the other ones. But yeah, so this is a kind of hopeful, but only in like a certain circumstance. And then there's also Love and Bloom by, I don't remember who the author is, but I'll put a picture of it. It's on my Kindle. I'll put a picture of it somewhere. You will see it. That's another book on my March TBR, and I'm anticipating to be like a cute, quick little read, if I need a little palate cleanser, because we have a lot of fantasy here, and then like one mystery, and one Marvel comic. There's actually no way the power just went out. Okay, so my power went out, so I opened the window to Can you tell today has not been the greatest day? I mean, it's been pretty good because I woke up and found out that I was accepted to be in a bookish PR team, which is very exciting. But then I had to postpone a very important meeting thing that I had planned for this morning, and then my power went out. So my ring light stopped working because the power is out. But I opened my window, my curtains, so it's fine. We have better lighting now. Anyways, today is gonna be a great day. I'm really hoping it is, to be quite honest with you. This is the hopefuls and then Love and Bloom. I think I'm gonna start with Caraval. Finish this bad boy up. Only 145 pages. Then I have like half of this book left. But I think I'll probably pick up one of my shorter books, probably The Ranger's Apprentice or The Avengers, before I do A Whole New World. But I will update you guys whenever I finish a book or in like a couple hours, whichever one happens first. I'm hoping finishing a book will come within the first like 2 hours, potentially. Fingers crossed. I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna start with Caraval, and we're just gonna figure it out, you know? So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I will update you when either I finish Caraval or it's been like 4 hours. If it's been 4 hours and I haven't finished Caraval, I will update you guys. But if I finish, the second I finish Caraval, I will update you guys. An hour and 38 minutes. Not technically. The timer is at an hour and 38 minutes. But I finished Caraval. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I'm gonna like wait to give you like all of my thoughts until the end of this video, so like I can just finish a book, update you guys, and then keep moving on so we can keep reading. So finish Caraval, 4 stars. So we could continue this streak of finishing books, and we could do A Whole New Worlds, or we could do one of my shorter books. We could do Escape from Fallacy, or we could do The Avengers. I think I want to leave like Legendary and King Arthur until I've read all of my like shorter options, because those are like the bigger ones. And then there's also Killer Instinct, but I think I'm going to save this until I've finished A Whole New World. So maybe I'll read A Whole New World next, I'm thinking. That way I can get to Killer Instinct faster. I'm just trying to get myself to finish the books that I've been in the middle of for longer than 2 days. Because, I mean, like I said earlier, I've been reading this book for a month. So I think we're going to finish it. I have like 2 hours left on my Kindle, an hour and a half, something like that. It's no more than 2 hours though, I do know that. So, I think we're gonna finish this first, because I'm feeling very accomplished and more in the mood to like finish another book that I'm in the middle of. So, we're gonna pull out the old Kindle, we're gonna finish A Whole New World, and I will either update you in like 2 hours or when I finish A Whole New World. Again, whichever one happens first. I'm not going to be switching between Kindle and paperback because this isn't updated and I don't feel like looking for it and then like switching back and forth. So I'm just going to read it on my Kindle for now. And then, yeah, I will update you guys when I have an update. Probably when I finish a book. I'm not really sure. It'll probably be when I finish A Whole New World. But those are my current updates. That's what I got going on. I feel very good that I finally finished Caraval, and I think I'm going to feel even better when I finally finish A Whole New World, because I have just been reading this book for entirely too long. So, let's do that. Let's finish A Whole New World. Alright, I finished A Whole New World. It's so hard because I'm so used to, like, after I finish a book, I immediately tell you guys my thoughts, but finished A Whole New World. I'm glad that I finally finished this. So, let's put this on my read shelf. I've read 4 books because I just finished 2. This is gonna be so great for finishing books on my physical TBR. Okay, so there we go. Finished 4 books so far. That makes me actually like really, really happy, and I feel really accomplished, and this is really great just in general. Okay, so obviously we know the overall 6 options because there's also Love and Bloom on my Kindle, but these are the 3 I think I'm going to focus on right now. So we have Escape from Fallacy, we have The Avengers, and then we also have Killer Instinct, which I think I want to read one more of these and then read Killer Instinct. Like, I really want to read, I don't know, Escape from Fallacy is just like calling to me right now. So this is like 250 pages. Like I think it's 250 pages on the dot. Oh no, it's only 242. So little over 240 pages. So this should be like a quick little read. It should take me 2 hours to read. This sounds so long, but like such a short amount of time at the same time because I'm doing 24 hours of this. Okay, the timer is at like 3 hours and 54 minutes or something like that, so we're almost at 4 hours, which I was anticipating to be at like 4 hours after finishing Caraval and A Whole New World. So I think we're gonna try and knock out another little short one. This will be like a start to finish though. I'm about to eat dinner like soon, so I'll obviously stop the timer for that. But yeah, we're nearly 4 hours in and I finished 2 books. I feel so accomplished right now. Like I feel like I don't even know, solved world hunger or something. Like that's the feeling that I'm getting right now. Just feels good to check things off the list, I think is what that is. I need to reorganize this, so I'm gonna do that and then I will start Escape from Fallacy. Alright, we are 7 hours in, like 7 on the dot hours in to the 24-hour readathon. It is the next day, but I finished Escape from Fallacy. I really don't know how you pronounce it, and I think I'm pronouncing it. I don't care, to be quite honest with you. Don't care. But I finished it, and it was a good, quick little read. The 4th book in this series leaves you on a cliffhanger, and then this book picks up the rest of that storyline. So it was good to have happy ending because this book does not leave you on a cliffhanger, which is kind of what this the Royal Ranger series has been like the first book ended it on like a good note, and then 2 and 3 was like a little duology in the series, and then 4 and 5 was like a little duology in the series. So I don't really know what 6 is going to be yet because I don't think there's a 7. There's not a 7 yet. 6 just came out in like October or something like that. So I don't really know. But finished another one on the list. That is 3 books so far, which is so crazy to me. I really did not think I was going to read this much. But that means we are at 5 books that I've read this month so far. I've read 3 books in 2 days. 2 days, because I finished the last 50 pages this morning of Fallacy. We're running out of space up here again. This always happens now. Like, I always keep running out of space. So, let's go over our options. I'm thinking right now I either do Love and Bloom, which is on my Kindle, Killer Instinct, or The Avengers, because I've read 3 fantasy books in a row, so I don't really want to slump myself out. So comic book, mystery, or romance is gonna be what we like sneak in there before we get to like legendary and then King Arthur. So I think we're gonna do Killer Instinct. because I just really, 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 really want to read this book. Like, I love this series so far, so I'm very excited to read this. I think we're gonna do this one. I think we're gonna start this one. I'm very excited. I know I said I wanted to get, like, all the shorter books done before I started doing the longer ones, but I really want to read Killer Instinct, so we're gonna do that first, and then maybe, like, if I start getting tired, maybe we'll use this, like, if I start getting tired of reading, this will be, like, my little break, kind of, because it's a graphic novel. It's mainly pictures. Like, there's words, but, like, it's mainly pictures. You know? Like, it's mainly pictures. So I think this will be, like, our little break if I need it. So, between reading just words, you know, sometimes you need a little bit of a break from reading just words, so I can look at pictures too. So I think we're gonna do this. This is not on my March TBR, but I really, really, really want to read this month. So we're gonna do it. This is my excuse, because we're reading for 24 hours straight, and that means I can read more books this month, which I'm very excited about, because I've already read 5. And typically I would be reading 5 during, like, week 3 of March. I'd be at, like, book number 5. So we're doing pretty great. We're doing pretty great. I'm hoping maybe I can read, like, 8 books this month. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. This is knocking off, like, a lot of books on my physical TBR. Like, a lot of books on my physical TBR. So, I'm gonna start Killer Instinct, and I will update you either when I finish it, or I don't know, when I have something to update you guys on. I think I'm gonna update you guys when I finish it. How many pages is this? 375 pages. Okay, so a little under 400 pages. So I might be able to read this in, like, I don't know. I don't know how long this is gonna take me, but I am very excited to read this. I should fly through this, because I flied through the first one. And the writing is kind of big. It's YA. So yeah, I love the 2 different POVs that we get. Well, one of the POVs was really creepy in the first one, before I knew what was going on. And then I was like, oh, okay, I understand what's going on right now. But it's still, like, creepy. We're gonna read Killer Instinct now. I'm very excited for this. Okay, let's start reading this. Alright, I finished Killer Instinct. It feels really weird not telling you guys, like, my ratings or anything, but I finished Killer Instinct. So the clock is at, like, 11 hours and 20 something minutes. So we're not even halfway yet. We're, like, 30 minutes away from being halfway done with this challenge, and it is, like, 6 p.m. I thought I was gonna finish today. I thought I was gonna read 12 hours yesterday, 12 hours today. That obviously has not happened. So, you know, this is gonna be carrying on into Saturday. I'm hoping that I can read for 5 more hours today. That's my goal. So that's my update. Okay, look at that. So I've read 6 books this month, because I've read 4 so far in this video. I've read 2 full ones. But I'm gonna count the other 2 as, like, a 1. I don't know. Listen, I've read 4 books, okay? I finished 4 books. Let's just be happy about that. So, my brain is a little sleepy right now. So I'm thinking we either do The Avengers or we do Love and Bloom. I'm thinking we do Love and Bloom. I don't know, because my brain is sleepy. So, like, I'm thinking we save this until tomorrow when I'm really gonna be tired. I'm not staying up, like, through the night, but, like, I'm gonna be tired tomorrow, because this will be 3 days of just reading straight, and my eyes are very, very sleepy. So I think we're gonna do Love and Bloom for right now, which is on my Kindle, and that would just leave us with 3 books left. I have 3 books left that I wanted to read, and then if we get close to, like, 5 hours, 4 hours, and I finish the book, obviously picking up Aquawarm. We already went over that. So let me get Love and Bloom ready. Yeah, we're gonna read Love and Bloom. I'm gonna shower first. and then I'm going to read. Hopefully this only takes me 5 hours. Hopefully I finish this book tonight or get like super close, like 90%, I'm thinking. Close. So we'll see what happens. We will see. Hopefully I finish it in 5 hours. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure, but I will be reading Love and Bloom, which is on my March TBR. So that would be 2 books that I read off on my March TBR, because every other book that I read this month, the 4 other books that I have read this month were not on my March TBR. Remember I said I was going to prioritize my March TBR? I don't think I was entirely telling. Listen, there was a lot of books, like every single book on my March TBR I really want to read this month. Then there's Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire, Bloodmarked. I really wanted to read Killer Instinct. I'm kind of getting in the mood to read the Atlas 6, like Legendary, King Arthur. Like there's literally so many books on my physical TBR right now that I really want to read. And so this reading vlog is helping me get a combination of those done. But other than like King Arthur and Legendary, the only books left that I really want to read this month, and then like Bloodmarked, which I can't read until I read King Arthur, are books on my March TBR. So we've gotten to the point where I might start reading off of my March TBR. Love and Bloom is on my March TBR, by the way. And so is The Avengers. So I might read this tonight, hopefully finish it, and then start The Avengers tomorrow. And then that would give me 3 books out of the 7 on my March TBR done, which would be really good. Love and Bloom, that's what we're focusing on right now. Alright, I finished Love and Bloom last night. It is the next day. Finished Love and Bloom last night. So that is another book checked off the very long list of books that I wanted to read this month, and then just honestly in general. But we have a little over 8 hours left, and I know I said if the timer was at like, there was like 5 hours left or under, that I would start reading ACOWAR. But I think I want to start reading it now so that I can get like a really good chunk done out of it, because that book, it takes me like an hour to read 50 pages because the words are so tiny. But first I do want to read The Avengers, because this is on my March TBR, and I just want to get this out of the way because it'll be a quick little read, get me through this, check another book off the March TBR, you know, like, it'll just make me feel better if I finish another book, I feel like. But this is book 6 that we are reading in this video, which is mind-blowing to me, because I thought I was going to read 5, maybe not even get through the 5th one entirely. So yeah, book number 6, I guess. I don't know. If I'm obviously going to finish this before the 8 hours is up, but like I will have read 7 books in this video. I don't really know what to do with that information, but yeah, so this is what we have right now. The Avengers. I'm very excited for this. Okay, the timer is at like 18 hours or something like that, but I finished The Avengers, so we have 6 hours left, which means it is in fact time to start this bad boy. We're gonna start ACOWAR. I'm very scared. I'm very scared because there's a really big thing that happens in the end that I have gotten spoiled for me, because there was like character art on Pinterest from a really big thing that happens in this book, so I am terrified, and I don't know what's about to happen. So let's see how much I read. I'm thinking I should be able to get through like 300 pages if I have 6 hours left, and it takes me like an hour to read 50 pages. So I think I should be able to get through like 300 pages potentially. Hopefully that would get me like halfway, right? That would not get me halfway, but it would get like, that would be a good chunk. Like that would be a good chunk for me to get through. So yeah, I'm very scared. I'm terrified. So yeah, I'm I'm gonna read ACOWAR now. I'm so scared for this. Okay, let's put the Avengers up, and then we're gonna read ACOWAR, and I'm very scared for this. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Alright, it is the next day. I'm on page 143 of ACOWAR. I did not finish the full 24 hours, but I'm not going to read the last 2.5 hours that I have, because I need to get this video up, because it is Sunday, and I still need to edit this video and get it up, so that it can get, like, checked and stuff. So yeah, I did not do the full 24 hours, but I got to like 21.5 hours, so that is still a really long time to just be reading, because I did the timer method. But yeah, I read a lot of books. I do need to go over my ratings for all of them with you guys. So, I gave The Avengers 3 stars. It was good, but it's just like quick little comic books, so I didn't really have like a, I don't know, I don't know. It was good. It was entertaining. I love Marvel, so this was a good little, like, insight into, I don't know, like, the lore, the original Avengers. Because I did not know that these were the original Avengers. I thought the original Avengers were the original 6 from the movies, but only 3 of them from the original 6 are the original Avengers. But yeah, 3 stars. It was very good. Then we had Killer Instinct. I gave this 5 stars. I loved this book. I like absolutely blew through it. And I don't know, I just really love this series, and obviously you guys know I love anything that Jennifer Lynn Barnes writes at this point. And I'm not even done with all of her books, because I still have The Brothers Hawthorne and then the rest of the not the Naturals series. I still have the last 2 books and then the novella in the Natural series. So yeah, I haven't even read all of those books, and I, like, love all of her writing. And then we had The Ranger's Apprentice, Escape from Fallacy. This is book 5. I gave this 3 stars. It's a quick little read. Like, there's nothing major about it. But it was very good. It was enjoyable. I liked reading it. And this was a good little ending to the cliffhanger that book 4 left me on. Then we had A Whole New World. I gave this 4 stars. It was good. It was a good, like, retelling of, I actually think I gave this 3 stars. It was either 3 or 4 stars. I can't remember. It was probably 3 stars. But it was good. It was enjoyable. It wasn't very, like, action-packed or anything. It's also, like, Disney, so obviously it can't be, like, ACOTAR or something like that. But it was very enjoyable, and I did like a different spin on this story, and I will definitely be continuing this series. Obviously, I have the next 2 books, but, like, I'm really excited to, like, continue this series and how the other books are going to play out. Then I also finished Caraval. I gave this 4 stars. It was enjoyable, but it was, like, slumping me out until I read, like, that last 145 pages that I read, and that I, like, really enjoyed. I blew through, so I don't really know what was going on with the really, like, beginning parts of this book. It was going to be 3 stars, but then the ending bumped it up to a 4. So I don't know, this book was, like, really slumping me out for some odd reason that I can't really figure out. But those are all of the books that I read in this video. How many did I read? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6. These are all the books that I read in, this video. This is a lot more than I thought I was going to read, to be quite honest with you, and then I'm, like, in the middle of ACOWAR. But this is a lot more than I honestly thought I would read. Obviously, 2 of them I was, like, finishing them, but this is still a really big stack. Even if you take ACOWAR off, like, that's a big stack to be reading 24 hours. I think what I learned from this video is that 24 hours is a lot longer than I thought it was. It's like when you learn how long a minute actually is. It's one of those instances. But yeah, this was really fun to do. I had a lot of fun. It was very enjoyable. I got to get a lot of reading done. I finished 2 books on my March TBR, so that means I've read 3 out of the 7. I'm in the middle of number 4, which is good. This one might take me a while, though. I don't know, but that is the end of this video. Unfortunately, I did not complete the 24 hours, but I did get really close, and, you know, I have to get this video uploaded for tomorrow. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload, which is on Mondays. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!